Yo, 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 what's up, everyone? On today's Town Hall, together with Jacob, we are going to rock the stage, per usual, per week. Hello, Jacob.
Hello, Rafa. What's up? I wanted to give you some fume to start with and say Habemus Papam or Habemus Rafał. You have a white T-shirt on, man. So actually, it matches. It's a
Yeah,
match.
I'm white, you're dark. We are like yin yang today, working together and containing the perfect balance in the universe. That's it.
Now I should have a Barcelona T-shirt then, I guess, to keep a perfect
That would
balance.
be problematic. That might occur in a casual fist fight among us. I don't want that because I respect you very, very much.
I'm into no fisting fights with you, Rafał. I'm sorry.
It's all right. What do we have today on the agenda? As the title of the broadcast states, Star Heroes new features in season 2, and there are probably no better guys to explain this thing than the one responsible for many, many things behind the scenes in Star Heroes, as you and me. Sometimes the face when it comes to tournaments and casting them. And I am getting ready for the season 2. I have already saw a couple of changes happening, and you probably too if you saw yesterday's AMA on the Star Heroes channel, both on YouTube and X. But if you missed some of this, if you missed that, if you're not following, then I don't know what you're doing. Better do so. But do not worry, we're going to cover most of the changes today.
Sure, guys. And I see some questions about Pan being absent here. Pan is still with us. He's taking care of his own stuff right now and also of the bigger picture of the future of our both projects. And he will be back. But right now the focus is on Star Heroes. And let's really dive deep into it right now. As you
Do you
said,
want me
Rafael, yesterday, yeah? Yeah,
Do
I
you
just
want
want
me
to
to
say
take
that
the comments right now and dive into Star Heroes actually, or?
that was a general comment for our community so that they know why Pan is not here and not focusing on GameSwift today. But I think this is the right time to actually show our community and those of you who were in there yesterday the most important changes that took place in Star Heroes, because the second season is drawing near right now. So guys, if you want some detailed descriptions of everything that changes from the in-game features to the changes in hero duty, NFTs, star utilities, this is all on the Star Heroes YouTube or X accounts. You can find it there. And right now we just want to show you some cool graphic changes, I would say, with a little bit of explanation, Rafael, but you know what to do.
Yeah, I know what to do. I'm just going to screen share. So right now, guys, please do not tell anyone, but I am on a developer's branch in Star Heroes, leaking some of the stuff. But you probably saw pretty much all of it if you've seen the yesterday's AMA. But I would just want to give you a quick recap of what's coming in the new season. It's not the final version of the season 2 version of the game. Still, some things will be added, polished, and balanced. But first of all, just looking at the profile, guys, you can already see some new stuff. For example, like on the top right corner, we have a rank representing our skill level, actually, because this is a developer's branch. This is like pretty much maxed out by Dev Hubert. So we are going to have different ranks, if I remember correctly, 10 or 11, something like that. And during your progression in the ranked mode, you will be hopefully getting better ranks, facing better and better players. We are trying to avoid this issue we had in the season one when the new fresh player flying in shooter tier one without the first abilities and so on and so forth were to play against Peggy or Pan Pilot or Gravity Revolt or many other great pilots, which ended up in huge and painful loss. So we are
And
in.
Rafael,
Yep.
I just saw one comment that these are tough to watch without Pan. And I just wanted to address it right now a little bit because Pan, we also love Pan. Pan will be back with here hopefully in the next weeks. But right now, why are we focusing on Star Heroes? I think that we should just start with this, guys. What you're seeing, this is the game in it's the new phase of the game because we are approaching season 2. It's coming on within a couple of weeks. Follow the announcements, and there's a whole big SWIFT in the strategies that we're taking at Star Heroes. So as you might have read in the announcement of this Townhall, Star Heroes is becoming a launchpad for new projects and tokens. Star Heroes is expanding into Web 2, and it's also happening these weeks. Finally, Star Heroes is developing and growing as a game with new features, everything that Rafa is showing right now. So I will focus on these more bullish. I wouldn't say it's more bullish than the game itself, but the most sexy things later on. So stay with us. Sorry for interrupting you, but I just wanted to make it clear why actually we are showing you this right now. This is the Star Heroes time, Star Heroes weeks and month right now, and we want to share with you what our devs have been working on for the last couple of months in the trenches. First thing was
All
the
right.
ranks.
Thanks for that intro. A little bit late because I already started explaining, but still better late
Yeah.
than never. So back to what I was saying. The MMR system or the ELO system, however you would love to name it, basically means that the higher rank you get, the better of a player you become, the more powerful players you will be playing with and against. It's all depending on the rank, and also rank pretty much explains, maybe not explains, but allows you to get better items right here on the right bottom right corner. Now we will have common, rare, epic, and legendary items. Just quick walkthrough about the items. Each ship could have a total of 6 items, 2 offensive items, 2 defensive items, and 2 utility items. We have a variety of different items, starting from common to rare and so on and so forth. You can upgrade them, you can evolve them, leading to maybe not too powerful upgrades for your ship, because we still want to balance everything out. But if you have set of legendary items and tier 5 tier 6 starship, you will be a little bit better. You will have this slight advantage over the other players. But hey, it's the game of progression, it's the game of grind, so everybody has opportunities to evolve their ship. Of course, buying G-Bucks and focusing on farming credits will help you out, but that's not the case, because when it comes for items, you have this limit for 30 items per day, basically. You can decide to increase the limit, but let's just stay with 30 items. As I've heard from the devs, that might need like 5 or 6 games daily, so not a lot just to get those items. Then you can get into the spaceship hangar and try to mix those items, upgrade them so that they will become more powerful, and so on and so forth. I won't go really deep into items, because the whole explanation would need like half of an hour at least, but this will be cool. I can assure you this will be cool, because you could be just simply be upgrading those items so that they become more and more powerful. Of course, when it comes to the tree, Nothing unusual there. We are still waiting for our developer team to create new spaceships, new tiers, new upgrades and balances and stuff like that. But one thing I want to add for the new players, the players that haven't been playing in beta or in season one, right now you're starting with three starships at the beginning: shooter tier 1, support tier 1, and tank tier 1. And you're wondering why you wanted us to start with shooter and forced us to buy everything. And the answer to the question why comes right now, because I will be just playing quickly on Orionis Prime. What's that on a new map as well. So two things, I will show two things at once. First of all, team draft. Right now I'm alone in the lobby, but you can see right now for the 15 seconds that I'm actually forced to choose one of the ships I want to be playing. Let's just quickly start with shooter, because it does not matter. A cool
Nice.
animation at the beginning showcasing that we are playing against our enemies, and Orionis Prime. I will just, fly around and let you enjoy the new, really, really cool map in terms of graphics, in terms of corridors and tunnels and stuff like that. You are maybe seeing it for the first time, so I will be just, just hovering around. Take a
Since we
look
have a
at
lot
that.
of players from Poland, actually, we could call it Onionis. Onionis Prime. That's amazing.
Yeah, we could call it Cebulash Prime, yes.
Yeah,
But
but it's really
this is
nice.
basically a huge, huge battlefield of some huge, huge, I don't know, bases, starships, rockets, however you want to name it, that are destroyed somewhere in the space, creating this huge environment for you to, try to be sneaking somewhere, waiting for an opportunity to strike your enemy. Of course, this is the Star Push game mode, the most popular one, the main one when it comes to tournaments. So in 2 minutes there will be spawning augment anomalies and then star seeds that you need to push to win a game. Since we are looking at the map, there are a couple of more things. For example, right now, as you can see, as I marked my enemy, I see the distance in meters. It's not actually, 3,000 meters, like 3 kilometers away, but it will give you an overall view of how far your enemy is. It is really, really important for some weapons, because you just might get out of range and you won't be dealing any damage. Also, we have this indicator for the enemy base, the red base, and for the blue base. So, for example, if you're just, uh, wandering around, flying around, and hitting environment, and you don't know what you're doing and where you are, you can quickly look at the map. Okay, there is the enemy base, there is my base, so I can just quickly, sprint over to it, play safe, and go to our new design of a shop, also with new weapons. New weapon number one, disruptor, replacing Gauss cannon, this really, really powerful sniper rifle. It is also really powerful, but the range is shorter, meaning we cannot snipe enemies from our base, from downtown, and just, play hide and seek. No, we actually need to close the distance a little bit, but we will still have a lot of damage for a single shot. And some other changes to those weapons. I could go over them once again, but it will take a lot of time. Just look at this. Everything stays pretty much the same. You have shield, you have guns, and you can upgrade them, and you can sell them if you don't want to be using them, or to replace them for something different. Light weapons, laser weapons, heavy weapons, pretty much the idea stays the same. You just need to figure out the balance and the economic in the game and stuff like that. Also, we do have the containers, the usual containers from where you are gathering the stardust, but one addition to it. Where is the enemy ship? I actually want him to strike me a little bit, because those containers are healing you for a small portion of your health pool. Okay, I'm taking damage. That's great. I'm escaping, I don't want to fight, and I want to heal myself a little bit. So as you can see, two containers, and I got like 500 health back. Plus my shield. The shield is, of course, regenerating. So that's good. I'm killing my enemy and I'm focusing on the anomaly. Last time we had 3 different buffs when it came to anomaly. This time we have 7. I'm not familiar with all of them, but we have, this additional damage to spheres. We have this cooldown reduction. We have this death timer reduction or something similar. I don't remember correctly because, the devs are still trying to put so much effort into balancing everything, balancing even the smallest of numbers, the smallest of percentages and stuff like that. So we are still evolving, getting ready, getting fully ready for the start of the new season. So I I would love to play with someone, but it's the developer server, and they are probably currently working on something still. So that's the new map. The game mode stays the same. Some adjustment here and there. For example, I can ping my enemy to let my teammates know, hey, I want to focus this guy because he's dangerous. Okay, we got rid of him. Then I can ping, I need help. I can ping that I'm retreating so that I will let my team know that, hey, I'm coming to base. I have 1 health. I cannot participate in the fight any longer. I need to go there. I need to buy some upgrades, and then I'm coming back and I can, still be pinging something if I see an enemy. With
Yeah,
different weapons. Yep.
pinging is super cool. That is something I was missing because you
Yeah,
never knew
because
what was
it's
going on. The action was so fast, man. Yes. Like Patrick said yesterday, I really recommend you to, if you're into the game, to listen to our CTO Patrick in our AMA yesterday's, where he's describing exactly in detail all of the changes. And he said, in the previous version of the game, imagine how much time it would take you to actually explain where you are on the map so that someone comes and helps you. So these pings in such a fast-paced games, it's crucial, I would say.
Yeah, and without the voice chat, imagine that. You need to open the chat, you need to type, help me, guys, I'm here and there, and oh my god, I'm dead, and I'm respawning, and the enemy ship made like 3 circles around the map, and he's nowhere to be seen. So, yeah, those pings were needed. We need them. You can also communicate, verbally with your teammates on, for example, StarHeroes Discord. Highly recommend that. But if you don't want to, you don't have a mic, you are too shy, or any other reason, you can just use the ping system, and I do believe it is pretty much explained in controls. Z, X, and C as a default keys for pinging. So that's it. We have game points instead of the star score we had previously. We still do have star score, but we changed some things to balance the game out. You don't need to be grinding 11 hours a day to, stay in your top 10, top 15 position in the leaderboard. We are introducing game points. We are introducing the stake boost. When you're staking some star tokens, you will get a boost, a hero stats, so that if you own more than 1, 2, 3 NFTs, maybe 50, maybe 100, it will of course count depending on the level of your hero, and so on and so forth. The graphics is not blocking the view. We have fleet level, basically explaining the level of your ship. Just look at this ship. It's really cool. It's, taking into account the visuals, the items, the combat upgrades, and everything. So that's my fleet level, 6 million ship. Eternal level and skill level. Skill level, self-explanatory. When it comes to ranked games, it's basically represents your skill level, your rank, your MMR, and so on. Heroes on this, okay, I have only 1 hero on this account, so, but there you get your heroes, your spaceships, of course. Social tab, to invite some friends and to play with them. Cool things right now, we have the referral system. You can actually just copy the link to your profile and invite a player to your friend list to play Star Heroes together. And of course, shop. This is not updated yet. We will have some other things than fuel and boosts, but this will come in shortly. We are still trying to polish some things before going for the release of season 2. But when it comes to other maps, which I cannot, cannot choose on this very server, there are some additions to other maps, some visual updates, environment updates. You have pretty much everything explained on yesterday's AMA. Hosted on Star Heroes channel, both on YouTube and on X. So if you want to get more information than what I've just told you in the last 15 minutes, feel free to visit there. We had also the segment with questions where Jacob, Professor, and Patrick were answering those questions regarding many things, the token, the joystick support, and so on and so forth. So I do believe those guys said pretty much everything. I have just, showcased you the game, and I'm getting really hyped up to be playing with you at the game nights. At, for example, tomorrow's game night, we will be playing Star Heroes. This won't be the season 2 version of the game, but still a nice warm up, a nice reminder of how much fun we had in season 1, and just to get used to this grind for season 2. I do believe that's all from my perspective when it comes to
Oh, you
those
can.
new changes.
You can stay here because regarding heroes, there's one important update, guys. Because in season 1, there was only one hero that you could use to boost your points in the game, to boost your star score. And right now, the big change is, first of all, that there will be new extra levels of heroes. So now it will be 20 levels of heroes, so you can level them up right now. And there will be separate missions for heroes that are between the first and 10th level, generation 1, as we call them, and the heroes from 11 to 20. There will be also an additional mystery mission for the level 2 heroes, meaning that you can send them a mission and God knows what the outcome will be. So it adds a little bit of this gambling feeling to it. But the most important thing, in my opinion, is that right now all of the heroes that you have will be counting for your game points results in the end. So it is a huge utility that's brought to your hero fleet, I would call it. So right now, the more
Well,
and the more
maybe I
leveled
will
up heroes
show
you
it.
have,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
if you
I
might,
do
LFG.
believe I have access to it. So just give me a second. And okay, that's it. So, do you see it right now? You should see it on the stream. So this is just the developer's version of the leaderboard, not the final version yet, but should look pretty familiar. In the last season, in season 1, we only had this. We only had star score. If you have more star score, then your position will be higher. For example, Peggy had like 15 trillions of star score and so on, and he was just basically dominating the leaderboard. This time we'll have 3 different categories when you can earn your points. Game points, pretty straightforward. You play the game, you win those games, you have higher KDA or damage output and other stuff, then you are getting game points, and the guy who's playing the best and the most games in Star Heroes will be probably number 1 in this category. But you can overthrow him from the first position in overall leaderboard by participating in hero points. So basically having heroes, leveling them up, and sending them in a mission in the hero duty app. As Jacob just said, we will extend the possibilities to level up those heroes to level 20. Right now maximum is 10, so 10 additional the levels to be playing with. And also social points, some simple social tasks and referrals and other stuff that will be happening in the season 2. So you actually need to focus on all of those 3 categories to be able to be number one in the leaderboard. And also we have a skill board. Right now it's empty because we are not playing ranked games on the
Because
developer server.
you have no skill.
That's the second reason. Yeah, thank you very much for that. But actually, we will have skill boards, so it really doesn't matter if you have the tier 6 ship with all the visuals and a thousand of NFTs and invited thousands of friends. No, only skill matters. Your rank matters, your KDA matters, your MMR. That's a matchmaking ratio, number of kills, number of deaths, everything, pretty much everything combined. But most importantly, the wins and the rank you have will be taken to account when it comes to skill boards. So there we are looking at the guy who's really dedicated into the game, playing a lot, having a lot of NFTs, and just participating in some social events. And there we just have the best pilots, pretty much those esports players, creating esports scene and esports infrastructure for StarHeroes. So this will be coming in season 2 in chapter 1, because we will have 3 chapters for the upcoming season. Patrick explained it a lot at yesterday's AMA, so I will just recommend you coming to the StarHeroes YouTube or X and watching it and hearing Patrick explaining the whole chapter mechanics. Basically, you have one big season and 3 chapters in it, so you can participate in all 3. You can participate in chapter 1 and 3, for example, if you're having vacations along the way or other personal matters. Do not worry. Now, we don't want to put your grind in the trash because you just stopped playing game for 1 week. No, you can plan accordingly to your other personal stuff, personal related stuff, when it comes to be playing and grinding in chapters in StarHeroes. So I do believe that explains the leaderboard and the mechanism of earning game points, hero points, and social points. A different approach, but pretty much the same result. The players that are playing many games, they are good at the game, they own the NFTs, they are staking the star token, they will have the star score at the highest levels. But with the skill board, you don't need to be spending too much time and too much effort into it. You can just be a great player and take place number 1 on the skill board.
Yeah, but you said that the outcome is more or less the same. I would disagree a little bit here, because the changes that we introduced into the leaderboard had this goal of balancing different modes that we have, modules that we have in the game, because that was one of the issues that we had in season 1, that basically instead of making it equal, it was mostly the gameplay that was crucial for your leaderboard score. And right now, each of your activities is really going to matter, because you have separate points for each of them, but it's not the points that sum up to your star score, but the position that you have. So yeah, so if you have a low position, for example, in the hero duty column or ranking, then you have to take care and you have to catch up for it, because there might be people who play less, who have a lower ranking in the game itself, but then they really pump their heroes up, level them up. So this way we're going to keep the balance. So the leaderboard change and revamp, that was one of the things that our community was asking most for, and there you go, we got it. The Hero Duty app is also addressing another issue that you were raising, meaning that the NFTs are useless in bigger numbers. So right now, all of them count for your score in the Hero Duty app ranking, let's call it so. And finally, the new in-game features that are kind of give it a little bit of flow and calmness in terms of gameplay, because so far it was like a game after a game after a game after a game. You didn't have a time to relax. So you have a team draft, a little bit more of strategy. You can take your time, and plan things out. So a lot of changes. Once again, we recommend you to take a look at our AMA yesterday with some changes. Is there anything else, man? Or maybe we should move forward with the things that people are probably eagerly waiting for, meaning our strategy.
I just saw a question or two that I want to answer quickly right now. You have to select skin before a lobby. You couldn't change it if I saw correctly. So basically, right now, as Jacob just stated, in between games, you will have time to think about items. Oh, I got a new item. Maybe I want to change things up. Maybe I want to evolve. Maybe I want to level it up. Maybe I want to change sheep because the other guy is coming into my party and we need to prepare for the team draft. So basically, you need to set everything up before playing the play button, before going into queue. Then, if you are getting, matched with the other players, you have team draft, where you are choosing from the ships that are already prepared, hopefully already prepared by you, with items, with visuals, with upgrades, and other stuff. And you're just picking. Imagine League of Legends. You are into the draft, you're taking a champion. You don't have the items and upgrades and stuff like that, but you could choose a skin of your choosing, basically, for the hero. No, right now you need to prepare a ship fully. You're saying, I want to be playing support and I want my starship to be blue and I want this and this and this item. So I need to prepare that before going into the game, because as soon as the team draft starts, you are only allowed to choose a different starship to create a composition of three ships. For example, I don't know, tank, support, and hitman. Let's give it that. So if you are forced to be playing hitman, you better have the starship prepared with visuals, with items, with upgrades, with everything, because you will be playing the hitman for the next 15 minutes. And maybe after that, if you drop another item or get enough credits to buy other upgrade, then do so immediately. So don't be just spamming next game and next game and next game because I want the stars code. No, take a moment, take a break and plan accordingly to what you want to play. That's my take on it, and I do believe we talked and showed pretty much everything. If we missed anything, then for the millionth time today, just please go into a StarHeroes YouTube or X and check yesterday's AMA. Those guys, Jacob, for example, and Professor and Patrick, explained pretty much everything when it comes to season 2, but we still have some news. So maybe, Jacob, you can share some, because I've seen a question regarding the launchpad.
The launchpad, is it going to be like the GameSwift one? Guys, this is something completely separate. So I would put it this way. At StarHeroes, we are actually proud of two things. One thing is the truly unique competitive games that we have created, something different from what you see in Web 2 and Web 3. And second of all, this is the community that we have. And these are two things that all the projects that we are talking to are really looking for. So we came up with this idea. Let's make StarHeroes a gamified launchpad, meaning that new projects that are currently building on the most bullish, sexy, trendy blockchains and narratives are going to integrate with StarHeroes, and their tokens will be the seasonal rewards in StarHeroes. And this is a win-win-win situation, because first of all, for our community, there will be no more rewards in stars, and instead you will be earning the new tokens from new exciting projects that are launching and following the most bullish currently narratives in the space. So imagine that each season it's a fresh start, it's like new life, new emotions, and this is what gaming and crypto is about. Second of all, this is a win-win-win for our projects, for StarHeroes in general, because once again, every season it's a new journey, it's a new travel, it's a new opportunity for our projects to gain new communities, new players, new users, and have this feeling that it's something fresh, something new. Plus, we have to remember that new community means more liquidity to the Star token and possibly more utilities for the Star token with each of the new projects. And finally, obviously, it's a win-win-win situation for the new projects, not necessarily games that are going to build with us, because what these games are looking for is the player base or the user base. So this is what we have on the table, together with the experience in how to build community, how to build and develop the product, the game, plus how to market it, both on the StarHeroes and GameSwift side. So this is our offer for them. We're telling them, listen, guys, with us you can grow. We have a huge player base. We have people who will, bring energy to your projects, and let's build together. This way, I believe personally that we can build and provide new emotions to our community every season, basically, and it's a game changer for me. Rafał, any takes on this one?
Um, I am all excited about the game, and me personally, as a esports person, as a gamer myself, I'm not into those launch pads and partnerships. I just want to see a good product. But from what you said right now, I have two key things for me as a gamer: new rewards, which means that I'm not relying on the current state of a market, current state of star, current state of liquidity, current state of other things. No, the new projects are coming in. Every project basically is trying to get as much money as possible, get as much players as possible, create the best product as possible. So everybody is trying to grind on top, and we as Star Heroes players are getting rewards from other projects that might be doing worse, doing better, but it will change with every season. So as you said, every season, new journey, new opportunities, and new incentives for players, for example. And second thing, by partnering with other games, with other projects, and actually going for their community, we will have more players in Star Heroes. What does it mean? More opportunities to play, probably longer gaming hours in the future, more competition, maybe more tournaments because we have more players, so more tournaments, so more prizes and stuff like that, more opportunities to showcase my skill. Me, as a gamer, I am happy that Star Heroes decided to go this way, because it's a win for me. It's a win for you, probably win for other projects, yes, of course. But the most important thing for me, it's a win for gamers because we have new projects, new rewards, and new players, and that helps the game growing. And I'm really excited because I've been playing in beta when we had like 100 or maybe 200 testers, and it was hard to find the game. I've been playing in season one when everybody was just, oh my god, I need to play, the millionth game of today because the endless grind is happening. No, I see a different approach right now, different balance, not only when it comes to the game, but things outside of the game to keep the whole ecosystem stable, to still give something to the players, but actually to give yourself, the team, opportunity to grow as well.
That's it. And I think you'll agree that it's all about emotions in both gaming and crypto. And the biggest challenge is to keep people excited, engaged, and to bring new emotions, because it's all about like life cycles of games or projects. And this idea of a gamified launchpad, which is not actually a typical launchpad, but this is a launchpad where we offer those projects access to you, to our community, to our experience, to our player base, and also marketing support. This is something that will allow us to continue building Star Heroes, focusing on the gameplay and developing this game while providing the inflow of new people, new communities, also offering you new opportunities, which is, I think, excited after playing for Star for 2 seasons right now, the beta one and the first season. So yeah, I was just reading the comment right now. Will the launchpad integrate with GameSwift somehow? What's the benefit to GameSwift? So guys, there's no plan to integrate officially with GS. or GS right now, but I don't want to talk too much about it right now because this is not my role and not my position. Follow the news because there are plans, of course, of making this a mutual benefit for StarHeroes and GameSwift right now. Because you could say, you know what happens when a new project integrates with our ecosystem in general. You can have some suspicions, so to say. But back to the emotions, man. You come from the esports world. I know your opinion on StarHeroes and the potential behind this game on building it. And this is actually the second thing that I wanted to talk to you about and to our community, which is our plan to expand into Web 2. And should I start? Yes, I think I would start. So one narrative that we're taking right now, this is the gamified Launchpad 1. New projects, new tokens, new opportunities. And the most bullish thing about this is that, in crypto, everything changes. Every 3 months, you have a new narrative, new chain. And this approach with seasons that last for a couple of months allow us precisely, to pick those projects that are where the hype and the focus of the crypto community is right now. So, we're talking to many OGs in the space and everybody's really down for it. Like they are saying, yeah, this is the way to go. But we are also brave space pilots, I would say. And the second narrative that we want to follow, and it's already happening right now, this is our expansion into Web 2. I would start with the fact that we're really a unique game in the sense that it triggers the emotions that you have when playing the worst shooters, the emotionally draining, like, I don't know, Valorant or Counter-Strike. I remember all of those sessions, it's just killing me. And at StarHeroes, I feel it like twice more, to be honest. It's just draining you. Good that we have those slowing down changes right now. But we would be just stupid not to try to use it and to try to onboard Web 2 players. So we decided, guys, LFG, let's just do it. And we've already onboarded one of a huge, I would call it a giga chat of Web 2 streamers. I will not announce the name right now, but the guy has over 1.5 million subscribers. And this guy, and it's not you, Mayud, is going to become our ambassador and is going to promote StarHeroes at one of the biggest gaming events in Europe, and surely the biggest one in Central Europe, in Poznan, in 2 weeks, on the 25th of October. So imagine there's a guy with millions of people watching his streams that is talking about StarHeroes for weeks before, during, and after this event. He's playing it. He's inviting people to our booth at the event. And this is the way we want to go to make people get to know StarHeroes, feel this excitement, and stay with us. But of course, just the ambassadors is not enough. We have to make the game accessible to everyone. And another news is that StarHeroes will be launching on the Epic Games platform. First, it will be the coming soon status, but then you can expect us to be fully available on Epic. And together with this campaign, including like big streamers, influencers, I think we can expect some inflow of players who want to check out this strange space-based PvP shooter. Then you could ask yourself, okay, but what about GameSwift platform? How are they going to play the game if we're not on Epic yet? And this is why GameSwift right now is finalizing the integration of fiat payments on its platform. So the onboarding will look like click, then click, and then download StarHeroes and play. Can't get any easier than that, in my opinion. Additionally, we got the tournaments. So with a number of partners, we are starting with the tournament warm-up right now. First of all, we will host the tournament at PGA, which is the biggest gaming event in Central Europe that I mentioned. In 2 weeks, you will be able to come, play StarHeroes, win some rewards, and meet the big chat ambassador that I mentioned before. The second thing are the tournaments organized together with our partners from the crypto world, so to say. These are warm-up events, guys. Yes, we do remember about the biggest decentralized tournament that we announced before. We are checking the ground right now, preparing, everything, all of the puzzles, putting it together to move on with a more regular league later on in season 3. And in season 3, there will be also a game that we'll be launching with StarHeroes. But first of all, maybe let's focus on season 2. Yeah, man, you can take me from the screen right now because I feel too much exposed.
Yeah, all right.
Like
So I will just join you.
I love your facial expressions. I love to look at you, and then
Thank you very
I see myself double.
I
Anything you'd
just
like to add, man, about the Web2 things? Because this is actually your field.
Yes. So first of all, I really loved the idea of Star Heroes being at PGA. I am the guy who's constantly, pretty much every year, coming into those events, and I see this huge trend of Web3 games actually attending events such like this because the everybody wants Web2 users. In my opinion, Star Heroes has a really high chances of acquiring part of this group of Web2 gamers because of what? A huge, hate on CS2 because we have a lot of cheaters, and you basically just, created the game on a new engine, and nothing has changed. Valorant, the scene in Poland, for example, is slowly recovering, but hey, it was meant to be the CS killer, and looks like both games just shot at themselves and are suffering from, I don't know, lack of changes. Wouldn't say it about Valorant. Too many changes. Wouldn't say it about CS. Deadlock, being behind the corner, the closed beta right now. Yeah, there's been a huge pump, a lot of players coming in to check out this game. 2 weeks later, boom, they are seeking for a new game. In my opinion, right now, players are not used to be playing one game as I did for 13 years. Hello, League of Legends, but they are, switching games constantly. And Star Heroes might be a great opportunity for them to check this out, see if they like it. If they like it, they might play. If they don't like it, they might drop out. But the seasons, as you mentioned, and chapters, lasting like 3 or 4 weeks, I do not remember. It's the time period that nobody will say, okay, I played this game a millionth hour and I am tired of it. No, because those chapters and those seasons will rotate constantly. New changes will be coming, which means that even new player comes in and finds that Star Heroes is cool and this big influencer is playing it, and you can actually get some incentives from it, and there's a tournament and I'm good at this game. A lot of exciting stuff to hook this Web2 user, Web2 gamer into the game. And if you feel like, okay, this game started to be boring, boom, we are slamming you with a new season, new changes, new adjustments, new games, new projects coming in. So a lot of stuff happening right now. And I do believe that the presence at a PGA might be the best idea in the fourth quarter of this year to start this huge expansion to Web2 players. Especially, as you said, Jacob, if we are about to be on Epic Games and also on GameSwift Launcher, you don't need a wallet. You don't need these, Web3 things. You just need to download a launcher, download a game, and play and just have fun. So it's easy, it's accessible, it's competitive, it's really great looking right now. And I know what I'm saying. I've been playing Star Heroes for 2 years. Now, finally, it looks like a great game. Before it was like, okay, good, fine, enough. No, this time it looks really cool, and it might, hook some of the Web2 users into the world.
Yeah, and I think your opinion is of a great value in here because you're a esports Web2 OG, man.
a caster and teacher and organizer of many tournaments. I know my stuff, man, and I'm glad that I am working with you, not some other Web3 titles that are trying to be esports something something. No, Star Heroes is esports, guys. 2 years ago, we had first tournaments in the deep alpha. Right now, we have the official next season, and we are going with tournaments, LAN, offline tournaments at the biggest event in Poland. How many Web3 games can say the same? Pretty much none. Star Heroes is doing it while the others are just discussing. Oh, it's calling ourselves esports game cool right now or not? Star Heroes is just doing it, and I love it because I have the opportunity to play, to work on it, and to meet amazing people. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, we're going to make a short out of it, man. That was so genuine and honest. And still modest, Bartolo.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you
are
very much.
we are all super modest. Jari, oh Jari, good to see you here, man. Always with us here. Aloha from Hawaii, as far as I remember. Jari can't wait until he sees kids here talking about Star Heroes Esports League. Yep, so do I. I really
I
love.
just want to do a quick comment here because right now I'm an esports teacher working in some schools in Poland, mostly teaching about esports history and training and League of Legends and Counter Strike. I maybe it's not like I have a feeling that I will be talking about Star Heroes or you will pay me and I will be talking about Star Heroes, but I have a feeling that we'll have this big shift from these two or three main esports titles towards dozens of them, and everybody will be playing something different. So it will kind of force me to get to know those games so I can explain at least the basics. But Star Heroes being one of the first esports game in Web3 space, if Web3 space and the Web3 games are going to become more and more popular, that's the best ground to start thinking about implementing Star Heroes into the regular esports world. And regular esports world is related with esports classes. So yeah, not a long journey from kids talking about esports in Star Heroes.
Wow. Wow, that was beautiful, man. But it's also 56 past 6, so maybe we could move on to the last point of our agenda and an invitation for the tomorrow's game night that will be hosted by yourself.
So, everybody, last month we've been playing Fall Guys. We've been just trying to test out your activity and our ability to be hosting them. And we had some fun. And if somebody is watching it and won some of the episodes of last month, please DM me. I want your wallet and I want to send you some prizes because you won it fair and square. Right now, we are changing a little bit, the sequence and the system of game nights. We are still going to be playing games. For example, tomorrow, the new Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred. I love this game. I've been playing it till 3:30 a.m. Hopefully, you can see those marks under my eyes. Yeah, that's from the lack of sleep because I've been grinding. And of course, Star Heroes. So we'll be playing in the next month some of the most popular Web2 games, for example, like Diablo 4, and of course, Star Heroes, because we really want to get warmed up before the start of the next season. So tomorrow, 5 p.m. UTC, if I recall correctly, on Games with Discord. Highly recommend coming in. If you're not into playing, if you don't have, Diablo, if you don't want to be playing Star Heroes right now because you're waiting for the new version of the game, I highly recommend still visiting our Discord and our broadcast on kick.com because we will be doing raffles for people playing with me Diablo, playing with me Star Heroes, sitting with me on Discord and viewing the stream. So you basically have 4 different options to take part in a raffle and to win some stable coins, which you can later use to buy G-Bucks, for example. I'm not suggesting anything, but that's one of the ways to spend them. But most important thing, just come in and see by yourself. If you like it, if you like my presence, my hosting, and the whole community gathering to play some games, I highly recommend that.
Man, we're supposed to do a screen high five yet, unless Marcus wants me to do it with myself, but I don't know how to do a screen high five with myself. If I understand it correctly, it's like the
Diablo
got it.
costs around $50 and expansion second that. Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm not forcing or suggesting that right now, hey, go and buy this game and play with me. No, you can just watch it on stream and give yourself an option to win $50, so you will have the money to maybe in the future buy the game. You're not obligated to play. I recommend playing Star Heroes, for example, but it's enough for you to be on the Discord and on the stream. That's pretty much all from me, Jacob.
Got it. We also have a question regarding leveling up, the leveling up of heroes. But I would rather redirect you to our AMA yesterday, where Patrick explains in details also the Hero Duty app. So you just need to go to the StarHeroes YouTube or X account, and there you will find a whole big presentation on this.
Maybe we can spoil something a little bit that if you wait a couple more days or maybe even a week, you will get a quick summary and explanation of some mechanics coming into season 2. Of course, you can watch AMA or this town hall because we talked a lot about new features. But I've heard that we will be preparing some additional materials for you to fully understand what will be happening in season 2.
That's not big of a mystery or secret, I would say. Tomorrow I need to go to your to your town. I'm kind of hating on it a little bit. Yeah, but we will meet up in real life and record some stuff for you. It will actually be on the changes in the game as it was presented today by Rafa, but also all the new sexy narratives that we're going to follow. Should we sum it up right now once again? Yes, I can do it actually. So yeah, to put it short, guys, from starting from season 2, there will be new rewards in Star Heroes, and these rewards will be tokens from new projects that are launching with Star Heroes. These projects are going to launch on the most bullish, sexy, and trendy chains or narratives right now, and they want to build with us because they see that we have a huge community, real players and experienced gamers and experience in launching a lot of projects successfully. So in each season there will be a new reward, there will be fresh emotions, new life. It will always be like a fresh start for Star Heroes, and it's a win-win-win situation for you as community members because there is always something new and sexy to play for. It's super bullish for Star Heroes too because it means new community coming in, but also new emotions, which is the biggest challenge in both crypto and gaming, and these new rewards will bring them. And it's also bullish for those new projects, not necessarily games, because they will get access to you guys, to all of the skilled players that we have, to this big user base of Star Heroes and GameSwift, and to everything that we can offer: experience, marketing, branding support, etc. So this is our first main strategy, and the second one is the expansion into Web 2, where we want to be present at the biggest gaming events, organize tournaments, and it's super important actually onboard Web 2 big chat streamers with millions of subscribers on YouTube that will become our ambassadors and will be promoting our game among or within their communities. And this is super important because the scope of the Web3 gamer community is really limited. And here, with such a competitive and unique game that Star Heroes is, I truly believe that we need to try and that we can make it, guys, because it's a special game and it requires special measures, so to say. We're different and we want to seize this opportunity. Bang.
bank. Thank you very much, Jacob, for that. And I do believe that we went over pretty much every topic we had, guys. You just need a little bit more patience before the new season. We don't know the date yet, but it will happen this month. It might even happen in, the next week or 2 weeks. We are all getting ready. We are all waiting and watching the devs just polishing last things and last important things. We will be at PGA Poznań Game Arena happening in basically 2 weeks. So if you're from Poland or Germany or other places in Europe, especially, and you have a free weekend, highly recommend coming in because you will have the opportunity to play the new version of the game, to meet the team, meet the ambassador, and hey, maybe even win some prizes because we will be hosting the first warm-up tournaments for season 2. So everybody, you can plan accordingly your free days, your vacation days, and maybe, just maybe, consider visiting Poznan in 2 weeks.
That's it. You're all welcome to come and play with us. And it's a different game from what it was before. So, Rafał, thanks a lot. That was a long, and we talked a lot actually today. So
Yeah, we were
I
like,
hope that you
okay, it's going
enjoyed
to
it.
be a short town hall, like 30 minutes, and we're done. No,
Uh,
no. When it comes to Star Heroes, we just can't stop yapping.
yeah, yapping, 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 and then we'll be grinding, grinding, grinding. But this is why we're here for. So,
All right. Yep.
shukran,
Uh,
as the Hindi
Goodbye.
say. Shukran, it's thank you. Goodbye, guys. Have a nice weekend. This is time to really follow Star Heroes closely. The game night tomorrow. Big announcements are coming your way. It's not only the new token, new game that's coming as a seasonal rewards, but also new partnerships. The epic game that I leaked right now. It's happening. Let's get it rolling and to the moon.
And see ya at tomorrow's game night on GameSwift Discord. Bye.
Yo!